Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be a little bit different as far as with new players, veterans, whoever, as far as with the trade chat as to how to get from zero, whatever kind of plat, but I'm just starting from the bottom before you can get to the top, how you could get from 0 plat to 100,000 plat, or if it's 50,000 or 30,000, whatever it is. You need to know the fundamentals when it comes to the trade chat before you can progress forward. Some people don't know how to approach the trade chat, how to go about it, what to sell, what not to sell, all this kind of stuff. And before anything else, when you see something like this, you may want to try and pounce on it because you never know what is going to happen. Now, normally you wouldn't do this, right? But hold on. Wait a minute. I'm actually gonna focus on this to see how this actually gonna go through, because I want to see if he's actually trolling or is he really being serious. If this trade does go through, I'll actually explain as to what the hell I just did there. Normally I would do this right off the bat, but I usually would message somebody beforehand. So I'm just gonna see something, how this is gonna play out. You saw what I did there. Some of y'all probably didn't see it, but it's like a quick way, but it may not be the best way. So I'm just gonna see this in its entirety. He may not even be high of mastery, and this can happen. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Now, as far as with the trading system, hold on, I'll actually explain when this is actually over. I just want to see if this is actually legit. Alright. Because I actually have the number in front of me. But I actually want to see this with my own two eyes. And for some of y'all to see it too, but most of y'all have seen it already. Some of y'all may do this, some of you may not. But I'll explain as to why it's also good, but at the same time bad. So I'm just waiting for him now. Okay, he actually put it down. Okay, as far as with the trade system, when you press triangle, it gives you a timer there, and it locks it in, so they can't make any kind of adjustment. Now that's 250 on Necros right there. Alright, every time I do a trade and stuff, I always tell the person thank you, enjoy Necros Prime. Okay, now normally, and this is why I say it's a good thing, normally when you see stuff like that, you want to hit that person up immediately. Alright, now that's a good thing, because you letting them know I got your set and I'm going to invite you because I'm in the dojo, because I'm being considered, I'm actually here. Normally person will say thank you back and all stuff. Even if they don't say thank you back to you, it's fine, it's whatever. The trade has already been done. But it can also be a bad thing, because again, as like I was saying earlier, I'm watching to see what he's gonna put down, and he actually put the plat down. Normally they will try and shortchange you by saying by putting 249 or 240 and stuff like that. Look at the plat number that they put down, because they agreed to buy it at this particular price. I sell Necros for 100 to 150 plat. When a person puts down whatever plat they put down and what they're willing to pay for it, try and jump on it as quick as you can, because other people will do the exact same thing. Wow, he actually said thank you back to me. Alright, now I told him no problem. I could have also messaged him saying anything else, but on top of that, you notice the credits he has. He doesn't have much. So again, I'm not going to try and message him to see if I can actually sell something else to him. I'm being considerate. Alright, but as far as with the fundamentals, which is what I wanted to talk about before I contacted that dude hella quick because I caught him that quick. You need to know what you're selling. You need to know what you have. Now in the dojo, you can look at your inventory from the dojo. You don't have to actually go back into your ship to do this. So, Axolotl Prime set, I usually sell that for like at least 90 to 120. The Fona Prime, where's that beast? I usually sell this for 80 to 100 because again it's a Mastery 14 weapon. The receiver is rare, blueprint is common, the barrel is uncommon. Fragor Prime set, I usually sell this for 100 to 120 because again it's the best melee weapon in the game as far as with crit. Blueprint is rare, the head is common, the handle was rare but now it's uncommon. Alright, Necros, as I just said, I don't have a set anymore. As you saw, I just sold it. I usually sell that for 100 to 150. Saren, if I could get to that gorgeous woman, she is 120 to 150. The reason why is because she has two rare parts. Blueprint and the chassis. Those two are rare. Helmet is uncommon and the systems is common. So you're talking about three parts that have its own good rarity. Two of them is high in rarity. One is uncommon. The systems is common. So just for the sake of that. Alright. Now since in my dojo, I could just go back and I could be in here. So whoever wants to buy something from me and be like, okay, we arrange a deal, I can invite them just like how I did with this dude. Alright. So since that trade is done, I close the tab. Move on to the next trade or trades and whatnot. So I could just go right here and say Axolotl Prime. When you put brackets in like this, it will appear in blue like how people have it there. It's in blue, so you could do it like that. And I could also put here Saren Prime. You could also, while it's closed like that, put the plat that you're willing to sell it for. Like I could have it 90 to 120 like this, right? Like I said, for Saren, we go 120 to 150. Have it just like that, right? And just put it in like so. Alright, let it sit there, let it marinate. You know, just let it sit there. If someone responds to you, respond back to them. If they don't, after a period of time, you could put it right back in there, or you could put something else that you want to sell. But while you're doing that in the process, look at the trade chat to see what people wanting to buy. Alright? If they're selling something and you want it, fine. Okay, this dude wants the receiver. I could sell the set, or I could actually sell the parts. You could do that too. There's no harm in selling the parts, but I like selling the set because you get more out of it. Alright? So he wants the receiver. I'm going to say receiver 30 plat. Because again, it's a rare part. It ain't no uncommon. So again, I'm going to say, yeah, that's the same dude. Yeah, you phone the prime receiver. He said PM offer. At least I gave him an offer. Alright, so I told him 30. He could say no thank you, or he may just say 25. Even if they lower your stuff by at least 5 or 10 plat, ain't bad. But once they start to devalue your stuff by at least 25 or 30 plat, it's like, nah. Don't bother with that. Don't bother with that trade, because again, you're losing more out of it than what you can gain. So I put that there. If he wants it, he'll contact me. If not, then he just not. I'll just close it. See, another dude wants the receiver. Alright, so I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna say the same thing with him too. He's like, receiver. Just gonna go and say 30. So like I said, if he wants me, he'll contact me, but I'll close it. He's the recent guy that wants the receiver, so I hit him up. So again, go down to the tab and just keep it going. Keep surfing while the chat keeps going. People putting in their stuff. Wait till my time is expired, and I can put back what I want to put back. I can also Now put in something different as far as with the Fragor. I could just put Fragor Prime. I could just put 100 here. You could put a single price down and let them negotiate and all that stuff. Oh, he said, I was playing with you. All I got is 17 and a Banshee chassis. Okay, so he's giving me 17 to go along with the chassis, alright? The chassis for Banshee is rare. So you're talking about 30 plat right there plus the 17. Okay, he said he's got one already. So I'm just going to say, K, no problem. It's nothing. It's fine. And the Saren said, no neuroptics. Okay, so you know what? I'll tell him I'll take I'll take Saren. I'll give him the receiver. He'll give me the blueprint, the chassis, and systems. Just those two parts alone are rare, which is more than the phone receiver anyway. So I'm gonna give that to him. It seems like he played with me and stuff. What he says? Oh, he says take care. All right. Because again, I told him, you know, it's no problem. So again, I didn't get to him. You might as well say I didn't get to him fast enough, but it's fine. So I'm gonna wait for the guy to get in here. Okay, there he goes. So I'm just gonna wait for him, see if he's alive and moving, because I don't want to hit the thing and he's not moving yet, because you know they load in. All right, so there he goes. He does a spin animation. All right, so I'm gonna give him the phone and receiver, just like that. And if you want to zoom in like that, you just press the option so you can zoom in, because again, while I was typing, I was actually zoomed out. So when you press options, you zoom in, so everything is completely blocked. Alright, so he's giving me the Saren blueprint. I'm waiting for him to, yeah, he's gonna put the chassis, and then he's gonna put the systems. He said no neuroptics, which is fine. So he's giving me more than what the receiver for the phone is worth anyway. So I'm taking this trade. Oh yeah, he's gonna put the 17. Okay, so yeah, that's more than enough. All right. So he's giving me 17 to go along with those. That's an awesome trade. So I'm gonna lock that in. Take that. And there I go. I got Saren blueprint, their chassis, the systems, and 17 plat for the receiver. I'm good. That was actually a good trade for me. It may be also a good trade for him, because he may need a receiver so he could build the phone up finally. So that trade went good without a hitch. So you're talking about early on, I sold the Necro set for $250, plus I got an extra 17. So you're talking about 267 platinum to go along with a Saren blueprint and chassis. I'm not factoring the systems. I'm talking about just from those two parts in of itself. Those two parts are rare. So you have to be completely completely out of it to not go for that deal. Alright, so another thing what you can do is you could just say want to trade. Okay, that Soma is actually right in front of me. That reminds me, I actually got a barrel too. So I'm going to say I want to trade Soma Prime barrel for Soma Prime receiver. Because again, I need a receiver in order to make a set anyway. So I want to trade a barrel so I could get a receiver. You can do that without spending whatever plat you have. You could get a part, trade a part for a part, in order for you to make a set of whatever it is that you're lacking. And once you have a set, you can just sell it. So that's another thing you can do. Okay, he wants to buy Frost chassis. I actually have a spare of that. So I'm going to say chassis, and I'm actually going to invite him. That's how you could be quick to the punch that way. Let him know that you got the chassis, or if he's in the dojo already, I'm not gonna fight it. I'm gonna go into his dojo even though I'm in my own. So it really doesn't matter which way you go with it. Just don't be like, oh, come to my dojo, I ain't going to yours. If you're trying to make plat for yourself, just swallow your pride or ego, whatever it is that you're trying to fight against. Just go to their dojo. It takes nothing out of you to go into another person's dojo, get the trade, alright, and be done with it. I don't even think that dude is here. I'm gonna let him know saying I'm here. Alright, that phone just went completely off. Oh wow, he invited me to his dojo and he wasn't even in his own dojo. He just came in here. Okay then, I don't know how that works, but so I'm just waiting for him. It's his dojo, so unless he wants me to. Okay, he already started it. All right, so he wants frost chassis. So like I said, I had an extra one, so I'm just gonna sell it to him right there. I think he said like 20 plat for it. I believe he said 20. So yeah, he did say 20. All right, so I'm gonna lock that in there. I like the trading system as to how it is now, because it locks it in, and if a person does decide to change the plat number, it will cancel that, which is really good. Nah, he said thank you. Do you have a Cernos lower limb? Nah, I actually don't. Nah, I'm gonna tell him I don't have a lower limb. He says have a good night. Some players will do that. They'll actually message you saying, have a good night or whatnot. Because again, for me, it's 10:25 right now. So, yeah. So, just from those trades, I sold Necros for $250. The receiver got 17 plat plus Saren blueprint chassis and the system. And now I sold the frost chassis to that dude for 20. He wanted it for 20. I gave it to him for 20 because, again, I have extra. I can always go back and get it. Right? So, now that I'm done with that, I'm back in my ship. And then after that, once you get your first trade off, you're feeling really good about yourself. Be like, you could continue to tackle the chat if you want to. Put something else down. Because again, it all comes down to making your first sale. When you make your first sale, everything else gets a little bit more easier. It don't matter if you're on the PS4 trade chat, Xbox, or on the PC. Once you get the first trade going, everything else will just fall into place. It's like you know what to sell this for. You'd be like, alright, you sell it for this, the person be like, oh, you ain't gonna try and buy it for that, but they want to buy it for this price. Mix and match, calculate, all that stuff will come into play. See, he's selling his axolotls for $150. Mine is like 90 to 120. He's selling his for 150 because he knows how good the axolotls are, and the blueprint is rare. So yeah, he knows what's up. So I already put that in there. I'm just letting it sit there and whatnot. You just keep surfing. This is technically what you would do as far as with the trade chat. Just look, see what people are buying, what they're selling. There's really nothing to it as far as with the trade chat. You just have to be mindful, and you got to be quick as far as, oh crap, he wants to buy this. Let me see if I can hit him up, because there are other people that are going to be doing the same thing you're doing. You just have to be quicker, be that step ahead, right? So that dude he wants to buy Loki, he wants to buy the bow. He's selling Vauban for 80. That's actually generous. Someone should just snag that. And you see, he wants to sell Volt for 150 now. He's training Valkyrie systems for or Vanka. Do you have 2 Vanka gauntlets? I have 1. He says sorry to bother you. I only have 1 because I sold a Vanka days ago for 120. So again, I only have 1 gauntlet left. I need another one to make a set. Unless he wants that one. I mean, you know, it is what it is. He says how much. It's rare. I could say 30. The only way I would say 30 is if I had 2. But since I have 1, I'm just gonna say like 20. Alright, so he says deal, so I'm gonna tell him I'll invite. So all it takes is what does he say? Okay, all it takes is 1 trade. That's all it takes. And once you start to build on the 1 trade, and if you make enough for that session that you have, or for the day, if you decide to do like a trading session and you have your intervals of when you want to trade, then you go into a mission, start the farm, you take a break, you do something else, play another game, whatever. You have your intervals. And on top of that, you need to be patient with this. You need to have time to do this, but pace yourself. Don't go crazy into the chat and be like, oh, I want this. You know, pace yourself. Take your time. It's not a race. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So you gotta keep your head on right. Know what you're doing. Know what to sell and what not. And you should be fine with it. Again, the trade chat now, based on the whole relic system, is hella easy compared to how it was in the Void. Even though in the Void, you could sell. Ash Prom said when the Void was still a thing, you could sell his set for 200 easy. Because again, the blueprint was rare. Now, you want to talk about Fall from Grace? Ash is the prime example of that. But as far as with the relic system, it's like, it's much more easier, but at the same time more difficult, because again, people devalue stuff, but the process is still the same. Nothing has changed. You just have to know what to sell your stuff for, and you'll be okay. All right, so he said he wants the gauntlet. Like I said, I only have 1, so I'm gonna give it to him. So I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna lock that in there. 20 plat. Just waiting for him, because again, I locked it in there. Just waiting for him to accept it. Alright, there it goes. It actually takes time, because it seemed like he readied up a long time ago, but at times it does take long to load. So he said thank you very much. So there that trade goes. Went off without a hitch. So I believe I made roughly 300 just in this session alone with you guys. How long has it been since this thing? Like 23 minutes. So that's just what that is. I could just keep surfing through my stuff, see what I can sell. I could sell that Banshee chest, but I could get a system to make a Banshee set, and I could just sell her for like 120 if I can. Again, the whole Ceranos, I don't have a lower limb like I told that guy, so can't do nothing with that. But what I can do with that barrel for the Euphona, I could try and sell that. Euphona Prime Barrel, 15 plat, because again, it's uncommon. If they say 10, fine, because again, the barrel for me drops. It's not like it's a part that takes a number of consecutive tries, but it drops. So again, I'm putting 15. It's uncommon. If someone says 10, fine, I'll just give it to you for 10. That's just that's just what it is. Okay, he wants to buy high noon. So again, I'm gonna message that dude. What's his name? Black Boy. So I'm just gonna say high noon. Not what I was selling, but I have it. So I'm gonna hit him up and see what, well, you know, see what's up. Alright. I'm just waiting for him to respond to me, but at the same time, as like I said, just keep surfing the chat. Okay, this dude wants, he wants Ash. I'm just gonna put it down, just say Ash. That dude messaged me back. Cyanoid Hilliard Core. I'm not even with the syndicate, so again, I don't even have it. That dude for high noon not responding to me, so I'm just gonna close the tab, keep it moving. So he wants to buy Amber. Huh, he says, oh well. Just go to the syndicate, man. Syndicates and you can get it. Yeah, I don't think it takes much time or effort. It's just gonna take you a number of days, but at least you will get it in due time. I'm gonna say, see, I could go 60 or I could go 70. I'm gonna test him with 60 plat just to see what he'll say. Okay, he just got offline. I think something, usually when that happens, it's probably either connection that went with it and stuff. So again, I'm not taking offense to it. Just close the tab, keep going with it. As far as with the stuff, I could sell a blueprint, but I'm not gonna bother with it because again, I just need another glaive blade and I gotta have a set. And if I get a few more blades, I'll have 2 sets to go along with the blueprints for the glaive. So I'm not even gonna touch it. He was about max transient 42 for 50. It's stupid, and no one's gonna sell their max transient 42 for 50. So that dude wants Ash. I'm gonna see if I can get to him. This is a different guy. I think, where is his name? Okay, that's it right there. No wonder I couldn't see it. All the damn names going by. So I'm just gonna say Ash Prime set. Leave it right there. Just keep scoring my stuff. I could have hit that dude because he wanted systems for Nova. I have an ortho set that I could just sell if I want to. I'm looking at the time and also looking at the chat. It seemed like it's still going at good pace, but I'm looking at the time more because again, it seems like it will start to slow down a bit. But I think I hit it at the peak that it was going, because you gotta take into consideration with the time, depending on where you live and stuff, people are gonna get a little restless. So it's like, damn. But as far as within this session, I've made a good amount of platinum just with the little session in this video alone. Because you saw, to start off, I hit that dude up with the Necros. That pretty much was the pinnacle. I hit that dude up quick. I know other people did the same thing too, but I hit him up quick. When you see stuff like that, you don't mess around. Because again, the moment you hesitate, you start to second guess yourself. You'd be like, damn, I could have made 250 if I was fast enough. Now someone else has 250 when that could have been me. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta be wary, you gotta be alert, you have to have quick reactions to these kind of stuff. Like, that's why I say you have to look at the chat to see what's popping, because you never know what a person's gonna pop up as far as what they want to buy. If they're selling something and you want it, it's the same thing too. It's like you want to be quick. Be like, oh crap, he's selling this. I want to see if I can get it from him. They want to be quick. So as far as with this session, I believe I started out with this, it was 98,005. I made, as you see, it went up to 312. So it's not by accident that, oh, he just got that 300 plus plat just like that. I just sold a number of stuff, as you just saw from this session alone. So you gotta go in strides if you want to have any form of success as far as with the chat. Alright, and as time goes by, you have the time, you have the patience, you keep going at the chat at your own pace. Sooner or later you'll see, oh crap, I made 1,000 plat, or you'll be like, oh damn, I made 1,500. It's like, yo, I'm at 3,000 and change. Pace yourself, patience, and time. Dedicate a time frame for yourself in the chat, and once you make whatever it is you want to make in the chat, just close the chat, leave, go play something, you know, go into the navigation, go into a game mode, just do something. It don't even have to be in this game. You could go and play something else like Resident Evil or Tom Clancy or Metal Gear, you know, something. Just play whatever game you want to, go away from it, come back into the game. You could probably grind void fissures, go in here, do exterminate, boom boom, get out of there, all that kind of stuff. You could just do that, and then once you're done with that, you could just go back into the chat like so, see what else is popping. Ain't gonna take no effort, ain't gonna take nothing out of you. Once you sell what you have sold, just back off from it. Because again, there will be stuff in there that, oh, the chat is actually moving now compared to how I was in it the last time. So that's just how I be tackling the trade chat, how I just do my time in it, shut it off. Do my time, shut it off, go farm or play some other game. But it's like, just do that. That will just, like, it will lessen the grind for you, even though it's still a grind at the end of the day, but it will make it easier for you. And that's technically like the start as far as knowing what to sell, like the fundamentals. I believe in the next video I'll talk about mods, because that's another way that you could sell your mods, make good plat from them, even the enormous amount if you max them out and you sell them. So I may just talk about that in the next video in a huge variety. So I'm gonna hit y'all up later.